She was charged more than $1,000 for text messages she says she never received.
When a Grass Valley woman could not get her money back, it was time to call Kurtis.
Well, when you get a new number, somebody may have had that number before you. And this is what happens when that person before you signed up for services that were not canceled when they gave up the line.
When you live with a view like this, you sometimes give up the luxuries of city life, like reliable internet service.
The satellite was very unstable. And before that, we had dial-up, so I couldn't do any internet banking.
A year ago, Diane Stanglin signed up for Verizon Wi-Fi internet services for $59.99 a month. The service comes through this little black device.
I use it on my iPad, laptop, and hard drive, or desktop.
When you sign up, Verizon also assigns you a phone number even though you don't technically have a phone with the internet service. For 7 months, her monthly Wi-Fi bills were well above that $59.99. In fact, the cheapest month was $160, the highest month's $300. At first, she thought she was just using the web a lot, but in June, she called Verizon just to make sure.
Looks like there's another customer using this number, and he's affiliated with ESPN.
Turns out the person who had that phone number before her signed up for ESPN text messages. And even though she didn't have a phone, she was charged for each of those texts, which added up to more than $1,000.
I was very upset. I was astonished.
Diane says Verizon would only credit her back 3 months. After 10 more calls and a demand letter, Verizon agreed to refund half, but she felt she deserved all of it.
That's only fair. Why would I be paying for somebody else's services?
When we reached out to Verizon, they refused to give specifics, but they apologized to Diane, called this a unique problem, and agreed to credit Diane the remaining $615.20 she overpaid.
Great, great. I can move on to the next project.
Look at that view. Well, so how can you keep this from happening to you? It is tough because you have no control over who had that number before and what they did with it. I read today a number can be recycled in as little as 30 days. So keep an eye on your bill. If you see charges for services you are not getting, challenge them right away. And if you have a consumer problem you can't resolve, maybe we can. Call the hotline Monday through Friday or go to our brand new website, cbssacramento.com. Click on Contact Kurtis.